They get it in February or they get it in April. They need
to
that
have
water
it.
supply.
Sometimes they get it in May. And
Hey, you know, what was it, 2007? We had snow in central Texas the day before Easter. Remember that? April 7th, 2007. So not totally unheard of to get snow this late
I
in the
remember,
season.
that was Easter weekend, I think.
It was.
Because I remember driving to families in San Antonio, and it was spitting snow while I was driving.
Sure was, yeah. Waco, 3.4 inches on Easter morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
See?
There you go.
Can't have it.
All right, trivia time, folks.
All right, let's get back to trivia.
All right, here we go. So this is going to take everybody back to 1960. What significant meteorological milestone occurred on April 1st, 1960? Was it the first NWS tornado warning? Was it the launch of the TIROS-1 first weather satellite? The highest temperature ever recorded in Florida? Or the term supercell was officially used for the first time?
You know, I'm going to have to go with the first nadir warning.
That's a good guess.
That's what I think. It's April. I just find it hard to believe Florida hottest temperature
right?
in April.
I know.
What you got, Darius?
It wouldn't totally surprise me, but I doubt it.
I'm going to go with the first weather satellite. I mean, it probably was a little bit earlier than 1960, but maybe.
Well, Sputnik was what, 57?
I don't know. That's me on my time.
I wasn't there.
So I'm gonna. Well, I mean, y'all picked A and B. I'm not gonna go with Supercell. I'll just pick C. I'll pick C to be different.
Be different?
Just to be different.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Take it one for the team.
It's not Supercell. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Oh, you couldn't give it to the new guy. Come on.
Sorry. We don't play that. We don't play that game. All right. Here's an interesting thing. Yeah, exactly. TIROS-1, the... Oh,
sorry. Let me get that back.
There we go. Yeah, maybe. There we go.
Do that.
It was the first weather satellite, crewed by modern standards, of course.
Yes.
It was only up there for 78 days.
Really?
That was it. And here's the first image that came back.
Oh, I love that.
Well,
gorgeous.
that looks like something somebody took from an iPhone.
I know, right? The first iPhone.
Yes. That's what it would have looked like if our astronauts had gone to the moon and they had took a picture with an iPhone, the original iPhone.
And look how big it was. It wasn't very big either. Wow. That's a tiny satellite.
That is small.
Yeah, that is small. Interesting.
It is pretty impressive. Something that small in that time was able to capture something. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. 78 days worth up there. So that began the era of satellite weather for the world.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking we may need to skip ahead to some of our videos.
Yeah, we got them right here.
Show some Artemis.
Yes, let's look at this here. If you didn't see the splashdown, folks.
Does anybody else see Apollo 13?
Oh yeah,
that was such a pivotal moment at the end of that movie. The
I saw more of an I Dream of Jeannie. That's so cool.
That was so neat to see, and just the sense of relief.
Just perfect.
The 6 minutes of silence of non-communication, and then when they came back and you heard their voices.
You came back. Remember, there's a bit of delay when they did that. I was like,
oh,
please talk, and they did. And I was like, oh wow.
It was just that little bit of delay, and just like you're waiting on bated breath.
Yes,
it's really interesting. You know, in some ways, our technology is leaps and bounds ahead of where it was in the 1960s and 70s for the Apollos. But visually, it looks the same.
Yeah.
But see, even back then, if you look at what they did with this first space shuttle in the 70s, it was flawless.
Yeah.
And you think about that, that was, what, 40, 50 years ago? Yeah, 40, 50 years ago. And they were doing it then, and look at the word. It's just
and the cell phones that we carry today have more computing power than the computers did at Mission Control
that they ran with that
in the 1960s.
In fact, this is the first mission in space that used a mobile phone to take pictures out of the window. And it was an iPhone 17.
iPhone
17.
Very nice shot.
And there they are.
Everybody all around. Just
love to see this here.
It's a monumental feat. Love seeing this.
Anybody else proud to be American?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
There was such a lull in there when the space shuttle program ended. There was nothing for so long that it was exciting to see the private sector get in on it, and now NASA coming back. Yeah. This is going to be a great time in exploration in space. Oh, yeah. Great time.
Really just remarkable moment all around.
So cool.
Yeah. And it came in at 25,000 miles per hour and splashed down at about 20 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Which is just, and there they go, rescuing them there.
All right,
they brought them each one up individually into the helicopter. So
we're out of time.
I think we are.
We're out of time.
Yeah, I think we're going to go
some of these videos we're going to save for
later. Yeah, we absolutely will.
So, there's where you can connect with us. And Blake, we got to add you to our list of names, so you can find him on the socials too. So we'll get his name on this.
We'll put him under behind next to our weather center. So
what characters are behind that? What can you see?
But in all seriousness, welcome aboard. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Glad that you're here with us. And of course, if you are in a local Next Star weather station, local Next Star weather station.
Yes, if you're in that market.
In a market where we service, you will occasionally see him. Thank you for helping me out.
Yeah,
I got stuck there.
It's
for a
Monday.
second.
Yeah, it is Monday.
Yeah, I got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching Risk Zone. Of course, we'll be back on Thursday.
On Thursday, yep.
For the latest. Don't forget the local Nexstar stations and your local National Weather Service office.
Have a way to get alerts. Yes.
Make sure you're staying weather aware, especially as we go through the middle of April. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you again on Thursday. And I'm going to press the button.
Bye-bye. There we go. And once again...
On the front lines across the globe.
In Rome, South Korea, Ukraine, and Israel. We'll give you an up-close look.
At the center of the moments that matter.
What do you want the world to know? What is the mission?
International correspondent Robert Sherman on News Nation.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Live from Ozarks First Plus, a rapid rundown of the local headlines, stories shared, viral videos, plus the features and facts before they hit your feed. You're watching The Daily Scroll with me, Daily Stroll.
Hello and welcome to Monday.
Okay. Didn't know you were going to play up the cry.
I feel like I have to say I'm not crying, even though it might look like it. Actually, it's gotten better in the past couple of minutes. Oh my goodness.
I was going to say,
I'm just so emotional to be back.
I don't think anyone would have noticed.
After taking Friday off. I know. Well, I also thought I had a tear on my shirt, so I thought I was going to have to explain that, but here we are. No, I put my contacts in. Contact wearers might know this, but you don't wear contacts, do you?
No.
Got that perfect eyesight?
2020.
Huh? Well, I don't know. Sometimes when I put my contacts in, it burns, and I just washed my hands. I just washed them really good with soap, and I put them. Maybe it was that. I don't know. Something it burned when I put them in bad. And it made me look like I was crying.
You know, actually, the story I tell about my eyesight is that when I was in, like, middle school, we had, like, a group come in and test our eyesight. And they were like, you should go get double tested. And I was like, oh, no. So I went to, like, an eye doctor, and they told me, if you were 4, we would give you glasses. But you're 14. So we're going to say you're good. Let us know if you ever have trouble night driving.
Huh.
That's the story I always tell. So.
And then you've never had trouble.
I never had trouble night driving. So I
have
guess
you
not.
been tested since 14?
I think so, but like nobody ever raised any alarm bells, so I guess it's fine. I guess I can see.
Huh. I mean, I guess that doesn't really. I thought they were going to say you're like a prodigy. You need to go get tested again to make sure that because your eyesight's so good.
Because it's so good. Yeah, we want proof. You're going to go down in a Guinness Book of World Records as
with
such good eyesight.
No,
that's my way of saying I actually don't think I have probably that good of eyesight, but it's fine, I guess.
It's doing well. You don't have to read a teleprompter. That's the true test.
Yeah,
to read a teleprompter.
That would do it.
I was one of those that I wanted glasses so bad that when I wouldn't say that I flubbed my eye test in 6th grade, but I definitely didn't try too hard. And then when they finally said I needed some, I was like, yes.
You purposely failed a thing you probably weren't going to be good at anyway.
Yeah, I probably needed them anyway. They did make things a little clearer, but then
really funny. You were like,
I found out later that once you get glasses, it just makes your eyesight worse.
On them, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Which I have gone.
So maybe you never needed glasses. Wow.
One of these days, I did get better. Then I improved from one year to the next. I must have been eating more carrots that year.
That's okay. Whatever.
But now I just went down again. I was the same for a long time. I just went to the eye doctor last week. Now I just went down again. Now I'm at a -2 in one eye, whatever that means. But I just tried out these new contacts. I'm I'm going to be able to see the prompter that much better today.
See, I remember one of the first times I ever saw you at least wear glasses on the air, because I was like, what's happening? And
I had a sty.
You had a sty. And
I remember now.
And now every time you wear glasses, I'm like,
For the longest time, I thought it would be like somebody would get mad at me here at work, or not that they would, but like they would be like,
picky about
you can't do that. Like, you can't just switch it up. Now I switch it up a couple times a week. It's mostly just because, I started running out of contacts. They're expensive. And I sometimes get, like, if I don't put them in by this time and I'm wearing glasses, my makeup gets messed up there. So I just got to roll with it.
Did you have braces?
Of course I had braces.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You think I was born with these?
I don't know.
They didn't come out looking like this,
Okay.
this straight. No, I had braces for a long time, which I was just telling somebody yesterday that these two canine teeth, when I got braces in 8th grade, they were this one and this one were baby teeth.
Oh.
In 8th grade, they never came down and
you
pushed
missed
the
out on
others
like
out.
$1 from.
Yeah, I missed out on like $2 from the what was I almost said Easter bunny.
Tooth fairy. We're
the tooth
coming
fairy.
out of Easter. That's okay.
And I had to have surgery to get them removed. And then in 8th grade, didn't look the way I look now. I had a little bit of a glow up. I was walking around with no teeth there. They had gold chains hanging from my gums. And every time I went to the orthodontist, they have to take one link out of the gold chain to pull it down. So for the longest time, I had these 4 teeth and then a wire going. It was not a good look, let me tell you.
I mean, gold chains, that makes it seem like fancy.
I still have
rich.
them somewhere. I should turn them in to a pawn shop and
see if they're worth anything.
And get my $2 back.
Yes,
there you go.
It all came around.
It probably would be about $2. Oh my gosh, full circle. Okay, well today we got a couple of events happening in the Ozarks over the summer. Summer event roundup. I don't know if you guys will be interested in any of these, but I sure was.
But not the Route 66 things you're expecting.
No. This is completely different. And I'm not saying that I'm going to go. I'm just saying that they're interesting.
And we have a story on it.
Yes. And then later on, the theme for our viral videos is wildlife, of course. And we've got a mountain lion kitten that's being cared for now, and it is just the cutest thing ever. And then a bear that's doing something extremely silly on video, and I can't wait to show you. And then later on, we're going to be talking about food, but I'll leave it at that because I don't want to give it away. All right. So first, this summer event roundup in the Ozarks. This has been our top story. The reason I'm talking about this.
Are we calling this the Daily Thread?
Yes. Oh, the local thread. Yes.
Okay.
Almost forgot.
I didn't know how local it was. I couldn't remember.
Max Creek Mo. We're taking you up to Max Creek Mo, which is along the Lake of the Ozarks, near Lake of the Ozarks. So this has been the top story on our website today. I can tell you. We looked at the numbers. It's the top story on the website. The Juggalos, if you're familiar, I was not until Jesse Inman actually told me about it a little bit ago. The Juggalos are having their, I think it's the 26th annual. Last year was a big one, 25th annual meetup. This year's 26th is going to happen in Max Creek. And if you don't know, the Juggalos are a very devoted community.
Whoop, whoop, says the organizers. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Catherine wrote that. That is pretty funny. I don't see. This is a lot going over my head. Maybe there's something to that. Well, they are the dedicated fans of the horrorcore rap duo Insane Clown Posse. So if you're not familiar with the ICP, they were founded in 1994, and they've been going hard for 26 years now when it comes to an annual gathering. Of course, they are a horrorcore rap group. I played some for myself before the show.
And thoughts?
And if I would have came around to this, I was telling Jesse, if I would have came around to this in high school, I might have liked
enjoyed it, but you've grown as a person since
but
then.
But now it's too far gone.
Yeah.
But I think they label themselves, as a family of misfits. And everybody's got their thing. And some people have this as their thing. And honestly, the event looked pretty cool. It looks like a gathering of legends, they call it. And if you want to go, it's available August 19th through the 22nd at Mother Nature's Riverfront Retreat, which is in Max Creek. Tickets go on sale 8 p.m. Friday, April 24th through this event's website, I believe. And they are you saw the face paint. That might give you an indication of what we're talking about here. It was honestly like, they're going to be camping. It was like, when I saw the video, it was like a fair mixed with a, what is that? Like Bonnaroo or what's the other one? Coachella.
Coachella. Okay, that's what I was
But
thinking.
on a smaller scale, and
like
everybody's wearing black and white face paint.
Yeah, I was going to say like a big like music event, but yeah, lots of
if you
craziness going on.
Yeah, if you happen to be in the Lake of the Ozarks
Not for the faint of
area.
heart, but yes, if that's your thing.
Or you want to go, or you're around that weekend at the end of
Just
August.
know it's coming. Just know
and you start and you're like, why are all these people?
Yeah, that's why.
We let you know. Also,
on a whole different vibe. Yeah.
Yes. Who knew Billy Bob Thornton has his own band, and he's bringing his band to the Galois in July, the day after we honor our nation on July 4th. He will be at the Galois Theater in Springfield with the Boxmasters. I did not know. You know, I knew that
you knew Billy Bob Thornton.
Dennis Quaid had a band.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually met him once.
Did you
but
know Keanu Reeves has a band?
Now, no, I didn't know that either.
He came
so many
like,
bands
close by. We had like ads running for Keanu Reeves' band, and it doesn't ever say Keanu Reeves, so I watched that ad multiple times and went, do I know that guy? And
They
it was
need
Keanu
to
Reeves.
put in the star power,
Yeah.
and maybe it would get more tickets.
No, I think that's fun for him. I think he
he doesn't seem like the guy that would want to
hang
put it out.
Anyways, what do you know about Billy Bob Thornton? Because we were talking about this beforehand, and I've never seen.
The only thing I know about him is Bad Santa.
Oh right.
And which you've never seen.
No.
And his brief little romance with Angelina Jolie.
Oh. Is that
because
who? Okay.
they had a very famous red carpet time.
Okay.
Back in the early 2000s, 90s. I think this is all the same person. I hope I'm talking about the same person.
I also was like, he's the landman, and that meant.
And I didn't know that. So he's back on TV now. I didn't know that.
Billy Bob Thornton himself.
Well, people have been raving about the Landman. So
have they? Okay. I've heard a little
not
bit
the
about
Landman. You haven't heard anything about it?
I've heard a little bit, but no.
I've heard good things. So,
Okay,
but I
sure.
didn't know. I haven't
Thornton?
heard good things and Billy Bob Thornton in the same sentence. I don't think ever. So it's surprising to me.
Wow, we're out of our depth. That's all right.
I know. Like, we're talking about things we don't know about. But I just want to let you all know. So he's going to have this show on July 5th at 7:30. Doors open at 6:30. And tickets go on sale. Oh, it doesn't say. But they plan to perform. They were formed back in 2006. And they blend rock, country, and blues. Strong influence from music of the 1960s. So, actually, it doesn't sound too bad.
Oh my gosh, Billy Bob Thornton was in The Gray Man. I watched that.
The
Gray Man with Ryan
Gray
Gosling.
Man?
Gray Man, the color.
Huh.
It also has Chris Evans in it. Anyways, move on.
He's still around. Who knew? And now he's touring. So, In the Bay is what the newest album is called. It's set to release their 21st album. Wow. Okay. So that's a couple of things you can do this summer if you want. Now, when we come back, we have just the absolute most adorable. If you like felines, this is right up your alley, okay? It's not an alley cat, but it's a different one. Different kind of cat. And it is a 3-week-old kitten that just needed a little help, and now it's getting the help it needs. So we'll show you that video. And then a bear trying to make off with a dumpster. And I'm not joking. It literally is trying, it's on its hind legs, and it's trying to make off with an entire dumpster. Goes to show they're pretty strong. If you didn't know, bears are pretty strong. And we're going to show you that when we come back.
Ooh, pretty colors.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Gerald the fish. What about, like, Joaquin Bartholomew?
Joaquin Bartholomew.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Joaquin Bartholomew. What? How did you think of that?
I have no idea. Since we gave him that title, he should honestly be the king of the pond.
King of the pond.
Yeah.
He's out there somewhere.
For real.
You want this one?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
All right.
All right. So, at the Oakland Zoo in California, they took on an orphaned mountain lion. You don't get to see this every day, up close and personal. A little kitten, 3 weeks old. And the name, oh, so cute, Crimson.
Oh.
I like it. I like the name. I don't know where it comes from, but I like it. It was first rescued by the National Park Service before being brought to the Los Angeles Zoo. And it underwent a health check, and it was getting feeds and minimal human contact, though. And then they thought, okay, it needs to get somewhere permanently. Because I guess mountain lions are supposed to be with their moms for 12 to 18 months to learn essential survival skills. And this is just 3 weeks. So it was abandoned, and now it's going to spend its life in the zoo. Which we've talked about the zoo before and how we might have some qualms about certain things when it comes to the animals.
Well, yeah.
It worries me. But
it
in
looks
this
like he's
case, it's
getting
actually the
taken
perfect case to be in a zoo.
Care of him and
yeah.
Care he wasn't going to get other places.
I would make the argument that needs to be at home with me.
Yes, okay.
If it's going to be taught to be around humans.
If it's no longer doing the minimal human contact, the contact should be.
Well, that's what was
getting
confusing
pets
to me
from
because
us.
it says it's receiving bottle feeds every 3 hours, but then it's also getting minimal human contact.
He's getting little pets.
I'm like, how can you have both? But okay. But now it's going to join the other mountain lions. He was Crimson. I don't know if it's he or she was introduced to another orphan kitten named Clover. Another great name for a pet.
Yeah.
And now it's going to live out the rest of its life, I guess, in the zoo enclosure, which I'm sure it won't know any different. So, yeah. But I was just thinking,
You want a pet mountain lion.
if you're getting it under great circumstances at 3 weeks
as long
old.
as you can take care of it and it can, be raised around you.
Wouldn't you be able to, I know they're not
Domesticated immediately.
but wouldn't you be able to essentially have that as a house cat? They're not going to attack you in the middle of the night.
Not on purpose.
I would hope not. If that's his mom.
But like if you're playing a game with it and it's like ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's true. Like my cats hurt sometimes when they're playing. They have sharp teeth and claws. So I guess
marks from cats.
Yeah, when you don't, when they wouldn't mean to, but it might hurt you. So okay, fine, we'll put it in the zoo. But I can make the argument. It's so freaking cute. Okay, now the video that I wanted to show you today. So this bear is pretty ambitious. She thought, well, I'll just take my food to go.
Now that's hibernation for you.
Yeah. Why do I need to take something out of the dumpster when I could just take the whole dumpster? So this happened in Farmington, Connecticut. And somebody spotted this right outside their condo.
She
started
looks
recording.
unsure. She looks not positive how this is going to go.
She's got a family to feed. She's looking around, making sure everybody's safe. You could see the cubs are around too. You know, she's like, oh, there's something in there that can feed my family. A little fast food. So I'll just take it with me.
It almost looks like she's trying to get in and didn't know it had wheels.
That's true.
But yes, at the start,
but I'd like to think
like
she has got a little more personality or plan than that.
Okay, yeah. At this point, yeah, she's still doing it.
Yeah, that's true. She's still doing it. She's like, I might as well just take this whole thing back to the woods with me.
Do you remember that time that people thought that there were bears, but they were actually people in
bear suits?
People thought there were people in bear suits.
People in bear suits, yes, but they just look
bears. Yeah,
this could be a person in a bear suit.
If you told me this was a person in a bear suit, I would not.
Yeah. I mean, she's great on her hind legs. She's great at multitasking.
And keeps looking around like, is anybody watching this?
Yeah.
Is anybody going to help me with this?
The movements are very human-like, I do have to say. It really does. Now that you say that, it really does look like a human could be in there.
I can't tell if it's looking over the shoulder, trying to be like, is anybody watching, or if it's like, hey, somebody help.
She's like, am I going to get away with this?
Yeah, I don't know which way it is, but there's some personality there, and I like it.
So just a reminder, bears are out and about this time of year, and you're not supposed to leave your trash out, I guess, in Connecticut, out on the side of the road, right, like that. I don't know what your other option is,
even
but
in a whole dumpster.
Maybe the solution is lock the wheels.
Maybe
that would be the best option. They can't get away with it, but it was a great video. I love it. Okay, when we come back,
food.
We're gonna talk some food. I feel like my mic is going out. I had a question posed to me by my in-laws yesterday, and I didn't know how to answer it. And the question was, what do Americans typically eat on Easter? And I had to think long and hard about this.
Yeah.
I don't think there is one correct or obvious answer, but we're going to discuss it when we come back.
On the front lines across the globe.
In Rome, South Korea, Ukraine, and Israel. We'll give you an up-close look.
At the center of the moments that matter.
What do you want the world to know? What is the mission?
International correspondent Robert Sherman on News Nation.
I'm a United States Marine. Being a veteran, you don't want to show any weakness, so it becomes really hard for you to ask for anything. Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
Gerald the fish.
What about like Joaquin Bartholomew?
Joaquin Bartholomew.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Joaquin Bartholomew. What? How do you think of that?
I have no idea. Since we gave him that title, he should honestly be the king of the pond.
King of the pond.
Yeah.
He's out there somewhere.
For real.
You want this one?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
All right.
What do you eat for Easter?
That is the question. So, my in-laws are in town. My mother-in-law and my two sisters-in-law.
Did you have to make them food?
No, because...
Okay, because you're... Never mind. Yeah, I remembered. You have an excuse.
But no, they are very nice,
That's
and
good.
they love to cater to us when they're in town anyway.
Yeah.
You know, the Mexican culture, it's just... It's great for that kind of thing.
Which is where you get to what Americans...
Yeah, so
What do they eat in Mexico?
They
Hold
went
on.
exactly. So
Okay.
they went to Wally World yesterday and to get some groceries because they wanted to make us the traditional Mexican meal. Which I later found out we had it on Sunday. What we ate was typically they have a whole weekend of them. On Fridays they typically eat something. Saturdays they typically maybe it's leftovers, and then Sunday they typically have I think it's baby goat, which I've heard about this. Their baby goat is essentially like a turkey or a ham. That's, for the big events, they sometimes traditionally have like a baby goat.
Why is it got to be a baby?
Well, people eat lamb.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
it's kind of like
chops,
that. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Sure.
So, but they did the Friday version. So
I've never thought of food on Good Friday. That's not what I associate with that.
Yeah, I guess.
We always had
we had the Good Friday
services
version
and stuff, but I've
last
never,
night.
Yeah, but I would never think of yes, we got to go have this. Food
It was absolutely delicious. It
Okay,
was
good.
a lentil soup
For
with
Lent.
some potato cakes, like fried potato cakes, like mashed potatoes, but in a fried cake form. And then we had enchiladas on the side. I'm not sure about the enchiladas if that was like the most traditional for that, but the lentil soup, which you wouldn't think would be inherently Mexican.
No,
but it was good.
Is it inherently Easter?
I guess that's what they always have on the Fridays and Easter.
Okay.
So then they ask me, I'm eating it. I'm like, wow, this is absolutely delicious. I'm going to eat it all. Amazing.
Are they Catholic? Is that part of it?
It is. There's a majority Catholic.
And then they have the whole don't eat meat over Lent thing. Okay, I can see how they would have more food tied into.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
On a Friday to have the lentil soup and then have the potato cakes. That makes sense now that you say that.
It's all fitting together.
And then the
It's
enchiladas
traditions,
had cheese only.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. So,
but it is weird because I don't know that Americans have as good of an explanation for why they eat what they eat on.
exactly.
Easter.
So then they ask me, well, what do you guys typically eat?
Sure.
The only thing I could think of, I'm like racking my brain about what we
I think
ate.
you said this.
And all I can think of is deviled eggs. Because
Those are really
those are a hit in a lot of
only
households.
thing
And I
to be
love
like,
deviled eggs.
The whole meal is just deviled eggs. To be fair, I saw a video over the weekend or something of somebody being like, "Here's a recipe for deviled eggs," and I was like, "I never get these, but it must have been."
I
Easter
make
thing for
them
some people.
sporadically throughout the year, and they are absolutely amazing. And I told my in-laws I would make them yesterday. Then I ran out of energy and I didn't. But
on here it says ham. That's what I would have thought of.
so
as
then, I
course.
pulled the newsroom too. Everybody said
Good.
ham.
Okay, good.
I don't know about the sides.
I was
but
gonna say my first thought was Jello eggs. I don't know if anybody else does that. Is that not a thing other places?
I haven't heard of that.
It's like a egg mold, but it has Jello inside. Okay, yeah.
No, I haven't
And
heard
then this,
of that.
and then this is Peeps and chocolate bunnies, and I'm like, there we go. Now
Candy.
Now we're talking.
So then, I had asked if they did a lot of candy.
Sure.
And they said, no,
Oh.
that's not a thing. And
Is
the
that an
hunting for the
American
Easter
thing?
eggs is not that kind of thing because I guess that's, separate from the religious part. But,
Sure. Okay, well,
but
yeah,
then I
that's
was looking
a-
around and it said crawfish, which may be
Okay,
specific
I
to
don't know.
Louisiana. But yeah, so crawfish also could be an Easter thing, but it took me a while. And lamb or roast beef. Maybe some carrots. That all is making sense to me now.
Carrots for the
So
Easter bunny.
that's what we landed on: ham, some carrots, and deviled eggs. That's what we have in the U.S. after you get home from church that on Easter Sunday. All right, well, that's gonna do it for us. Thanks for being with us. You can see, I started this off sad, and I'm happy now.
We
so.
cheered her up, guys.
My
Great
contacts
job.
are working great. I'll see you tonight on the news.
Best Reviews has an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love. You're mine.
What's going on? I'm Rich DeMiro, and welcome to Rich on Tech Weekly.